Let me begin with a very simple question. If a patient comes with disappointment, with grief, with sorrow, with feeling of betrayal, how do you differentiate between Natrum Mur and Ignatia? It's a very simple question. After 43 years of research and practice, I came to the conclusion that to differentiate between two remedies, we need to look at 5 aspects. First is the superclass, second is the kingdom, subkingdom, the third is the miasm, the fourth is the characteristics, and the fifth is the keynotes. Now, what is the superclass of Natrum Mur? It is superclass 3, and the dynamic of this superclass is limitation and expansion. The feeling is within this limit, I am limited but safe. Outside, there is expansion, but it is risky. Now, what is the superclass of Ignatia? It is superclass 6, which is the quality of extreme trauma. It is the quality of leadership. It is the quality of power. So this is one difference. So in Natrum Mur, you will see people feeling limited, for example, by a relationship, but there is security in the relationship, so they stay with it even though it limits them. In Ignatia, the feeling is a very big trauma has hit me, and I need to be very strong, like a dictator or a leader in this relation, in this situation. Now, when we come to the kingdom, Natrum Mur is a mineral kingdom. It is in the 3rd row of the periodic table. So there is a feeling of something lacking in me. I do not have resources to take care of myself, to nourish myself, to nurture myself, to have identity for myself. Therefore, I am dependent on someone else. So this is the fundamental feeling of mineral remedies, especially in the 3rd row of periodic table. Whereas in Ignatia, it is a plant kingdom remedy. The main feeling is I am very sensitive. What happens hurts me, affects me, traumatizes me, bruises me. I become numb with it. I am shocked with it. I am hurt by it. And I respond either by violence, by rage, by hysteria, or becoming numb. So this is another big difference between Natrum Mur and Ignatia. Then we come to the miasm. The miasm of Natrum Mur is malarial miasm. The feeling is I am stuck in this relationship of dependence. I am stuck, I am limited by this relationship. I am in love with a married guy, I am stuck by it. I am stuck, I cannot get out of it. Because I need him. It gives me some care, he gives me some comfort, he gives me some security. So I don't want to come out of it. Right? And then I feel disappointed, hurt again and again. The Muriaticum part is to feel betrayed, hurt, disappointed. So I am stuck and attacked intermittently. This is the malarial miasm. In Ignatia, the miasm is cancer miasm. The feeling is there's a big trauma, big injury, big grief, big shock. For example, my child just met with an accident and died in front of my eyes. But I need to be in control because I have other children to take care of. I cannot break down. So this is the cancer miasm, to be in control. Control in what? Control in a situation of trauma, 6 superclass. I have to be strong, 6 superclass. So this is a difference. Then comes the characteristics. You know the characteristics of Natrum Mur, like desire for salt, migraine, headaches, headaches from the sun, crack in the middle of the lower lip, etc. And these are also some keynotes. And Ignatia, you know the typical symptoms: hysteria, changeable symptoms, contradictory symptoms, spasmodic symptoms, deep sighing, better by occupation, better by being busy. involuntary sighing, sweat only on the face. So those will be the characteristics of Ignatia. So in this way, if we look at two remedies in 5 aspects, superclass, kingdom, subkingdom, miasm, characteristics and keynotes. For example, one big characteristic keynote of Ignatia is the love of the scent of jasmine. I have seen this again and again in cases. So, in this way, our remedy selection will be pakka, will be very, very sure, will be predictable. Otherwise, you will be flopping around in symptoms. Oh, this symptom, that symptom, maybe it is this, maybe it is that. But when you look at these 5 aspects, it can only be one remedy. This is the same thing we apply in case taking also. In case taking also, we look at the person's superclass, we look at the person's kingdom, subkingdom, miasm, characteristics, repertorial sheet, and the keynotes or confirmatory symptoms. Matching these 5 aspects of the patient and the remedy, we get an absolutely predictable, very, very sure prescription. All these aspects I am going to illustrate with cases that demonstrate what is a superclass, what are the 6 superclasses. So you will understand them. It's very easy to understand. Superclasses are very easy to see in people because it's their nature that tells us the superclass. It is their sensitivity that tells us the kingdom. It is the pace and the depth of their problem that tells us the miasm. It is the repertory that gives us the characteristics, and the materia medica that gives us the keynotes. So we need to know all these aspects, and if we do that, our practice of homeopathy will be far, far, far more successful. I am now teaching some students in Gurukul, and they are learning so fast, and I am teaching this all across the world, and colleagues are telling me how useful and what a shift in their practice this knowledge has resulted in. I invite you all to the seminar in Pune, which is going to be on April 12th and 13th. Come and learn and grow in your practice. See you there.